Kite egg. Bad.
Bad. Hate that. Worst.
Some of them are like
Wait,
kite
what?
egg. Kite egg. Yeah, like
flying a kite?
and an egg.
Oh,
Yeah, I mean kite is a bird as well.
It is a bird,
so-
isn't it?
Yeah, that's a terrible one.
That's
I'll
wild.
try another one. Mr. Whale.
Mr.
Okay, I
Whale.
like that. I will be
I feel like-
Mr. Whale. I enjoy that.
Yeah, I feel like we should be adding you to like a witch's brew or something.
All right. So welcome, people. That was just come in and kite bird. Hello,
Hi.
Ace Attorney.
Yes.
There it is.
With our new and improved screen names that. Oh god, it looks so funny.
All right, here we go.
Oh shit! Yes, the book was on fire.
Oh, yeah,
that was
the book was on
important.
fire. That was okay.
Because it came from the house of Faulty Towers.
I was gonna say, Mr. and Mrs. Faulty.
Yeah, we're saying because that means that we can link it to the house that our client stays in.
Yes, I personally think he's just I think he's suffering from a gas leak. And that's where his paranoia's come from.
I see.
Possibly.
Potentially. Indeed.
There is just one possibility here, which I can't quite bring myself to rule out. It's an outside chance, certainly, but worth a try. Alright, I'll explain my theory.
Shit.
Keep us waiting any longer then, Council. Explain this theory of yours. What are you suggesting that you can ascertain from the fire damage this sorry tomb has suffered?
It's
owner.
owner. Yeah.
Ooh.
My lord, the burn on the back of this book reveals a startling truth about the book's owner.
Adam?
I have forgotten
Oops.
who voiced these characters.
Yeah.
I think it was Rip who did
Oh, this was me!
Oh yeah,
This was me.
sorry.
Yeah,
It was
oh,
G
yes,
G and
wow.
Rip.
But we already know who the book belongs to. The victim was gripping it in her hand as she fell to the floor after all. It's obviously hers.
The question of how this book came to be in the victim's hand has yet to be answered. However,
You're definitely wrong, Patricia.
as to the questions of who the book really belongs to and where it originated, the defense has very credible answers.
Nice.
Good gracious. How can you possibly?
Oh wait, I have to do stuff.
Yes, you
Yeah,
do.
you have to do stuff. You're the prosecution. Oh my god.
Can't I just sit here and take my cloak off?
Put it back on.
I mean,
slut.
you can. I'm not going to complain.
Aaron forgetting he has to participate in his own stream.
God, you guys do the work for me? God. Very well.
We take you off the main character, and suddenly it's like you don't want to do any work anymore.
Oh dear. Oh, 1 second.
Oh, this is
Everything is fine.
exactly what I was
Everything is
just
fine. I'm so sorry.
saying.
Very well. I'll play along with this futile attempt to delay your inevitable demise. I lost my controller there. It's all going swimmingly. But
Yes,
do
of course.
remember, The members of the jury may well burn you if your little gamble goes awry.
Cool.
That sounds very graphic.
Constable, the defense's response here is very likely to influence the final outcome of this trial. So tell the court, who do you claim is the owner of this burned book?
Well,
Who do we claim is the owner of this bad book?
It's Joan Garadeb or John Garadeb.
John.
whoever.
Joan or John, I think, what?
I think either will work, but you can do.
Probably, yeah.
Yeah.
I think didn't
Do
Sholmes
John.
deduce he was reading it or something like that.
No. He also deduced there was a lion in the apartment, so I wouldn't.
Yeah. Yeah.
We corrected him though, it's fine.
It's fine. Oh, the music stopped.
Oh fuck me, that's good tea.
The answer is that the book belongs to the couple who own the house where the defendant has his lodgings.
Aha, so I would have worked.
Yeah.
Oh Jesus, we had a full 360 there.
That was.
Ah! Those graphics.
A certain Mr. and Mrs. Garadeb.
The landlords?
My enunciation was all over the place there. I do apologize.
You're fine.
Yeah, it was...
And whether this is some extraordinary coincidence or some kind of fate at work, I don't know, but... Of all the people in London, one of the 6 chosen for jury duty in the courtroom today is none other than Mrs. Garadeb herself.
Yeah, it does feel a bit weird.
Yeah.
Oh my-
Infringement.
Oh my goodness, me? I can't remember what voice I was doing, but I think it's going to be this one.
Mrs. Faulty.
Yeah, I'm trying very hard.
You're doing good.
I think you must be mistaken, sir. I'm not Mr. Garadeb's wife. I'm his maid.
She says, clenching the fist that her wedding ring is on. Things would be so much easier if you could just drop the pretense.
Yeah, you're lying
All right,
the
then.
floor.
How about a simple question for you? Have you ever seen this book in Mr. Garadeb's house?
Oh, I would never presume to know all the books he keeps, sir.
Objection!
This is outlandish behavior. This woman is the accused landlady, you say?
Mm-hmm.
You implicate this hard-working member of the public. You besmirch her without a shred of evidence.
We haven't done a damn thing,
Land-
Sank. All we're doing is asking questions.
Yeah, a landlord who's not a hard-working member of society as well. just putting that out there.
Your actions are unforgivable.
Objection!
Capitalism.
This is not mere conjecture. The defense happens to know that on the day in question, at almost exactly the same time as the victim was stabbed on the pavement below, another incident was taking place in the room on the top floor of Mr. and Mrs. Garadeb's house.
What sort of incident, counsel?
A fire, my lord.
Oh, shit.
Yeah, sucker.
I don't remember
This
who
was
voiced-
Yaron, I believe.
Yes. Afraid to say it was. Happened in the blink of an eye, you know. The whole place filled with smoke. Couldn't see a bally thing. Didn't take long for the fire to spread, of course. The bally furniture started going up as well. Worst of it is, I lost my favourite book called The Lion's Pride.
Mhm.
Well, now.
The Lion's Pride?
Oh, he heard.
By Jove, the very same title that's the subject of this debate.
Oh, dear me.
Objection!
This is risible. Risible. My language is so archaic. All you've told the court is that a book by the same name was involved in a fire. in which case it would be reasonable to assume that it was burnt to ashes.
Do you find it visible?
And entirely unreasonable, or unreasonable, to infer that it magically removed itself to the scene of the crime.
Perhaps it would make more sense if I told you that the cause of the fire was marital discord. Without going into details, it appears that Mrs. Garrideb was considerably enraged.
Spill the tea.
Apparently, she continued to attack Mr. Garrideb even amid the flames.
Oh, I can't even imagine being so horrid to the one you love. Can you, Rolly?
You could just see the sleep in his eyes.
Yeah, absolutely not, sir. My Patricia would never raise a finger against me, sir.
Cute.
Oh, I had all my favourite old novels in that case. As soon as the fire got hold of them, that was it. Woof! Up in smoke. Then the wife started hurling things at me. There was I, back up against a window, under heavy enemy fire. Incendiary books coming in, 10 to the dozen.
The man had his back up against the window, and he had burning books thrown at him. Goodness gracious. Are you suggesting that my wig has slipped off to the side? That the book was thrown through a window and landed coincidentally at the scene of the crime?
Maybe. Is that what we're doing?
No. A thorough investigation of the surrounding area was conducted the very evening of the incident. And there is no report of the Garrideb's window pane being broken.
But the window might have
quite
been
true.
open.
We also saw no sign of broken glass when we visited the Garrideb household. But is it not conceivable that the window was open at the time in...
Not even remotely.
Rude?
Let us not forget the season and the chilling weather that accompanies it.
Yeah,
Let
but
us
what
not
does a
forget that
fire
there was a
produce,
fire in
my
the
darling?
fucking room.
Yeah, what does a fire produce?
No,
You dumb slut!
no Londoner would ever leave a window open in the middle of winter without a fire.
Not even if there is a fire on the inside of the house.
What?
God. Natrasca, you absolute clown.
Everyone in this courtroom is so fucking stupid. Apart from
defense
Sister
postulate.
Mhm.
Correct. Does the defense postulate the scenario in all seriousness, Counsel?
Postulate.
Do you earnestly claim that the book found at the scene was a flaming projectile thrown by Mr. Garrideb's wife?
Oh my god, was this poor woman who's in a coma just knocked out by a flaming book? Is that what's happened?
My God.
I believe it's a possibility, my lord.
Oh my god. That's quite
That's
enough.
quite
I don't know who's-
enough.
I have no idea who said that. Oh, it was yeah, it was me. There we go. That's quite enough. Oof. Well, I hope everyone can see you for what you are now, you little foreign trickster.
Yeah.
That's racist.
I feel like we need like a little word that we say before we're about to say something extremely racist. Like, I don't know, pineapple.
Yikes. That's what I say. You call yourself a lawyer, but you're just a coward. A mean coward.
Really?
Char. Set the whole neighborhood alight. Honestly.
That is not even close to what I was suggesting.
Implying that I'm merely posing as a maid for appearance's sake. How could you?
Madam, you have a wedding ring on your
It's
hand.
nothing to do with this beastly case, not any of it. All you've done is sully our family's name.
You've done just a fine job of that by yourself. No, I assure you that was never my intention.
Dragging an upstanding citizen's name through the mud simply to divert attention from your failing defense. I hit a guy. I should box your ears. That's what I should do. It's utterly unforgivable. This guy.
Too right. Here we go. How long have we sat here now? Jesus, I went Scottish there for a second. Listening to this Nipponese spouting off his fancy foreign theories.
Jesus Christ, the racism.
But think about it. At the end of the day, the only person who could have possibly have stabbed the victim is that little hunchback with the mustache. And he ran away from the scene too.
Was this me? I can't remember.
I think it was.
I
think
Okay.
so.
No, I don't know. It's been a while. There you're.
It's true. I don't fucking know.
I don't know. G?
This was me.
Yes,
Yeah.
Josh.
It's true. What a line.
Yes.
Oh, did you cut out?
Did
Am I
it?
cut out?
It's meant to
Oh,
cut out,
goodness.
isn't it, Alex?
I'm so sorry. I don't know what's going on my end.
Okay.
Yes. What did I tell you? That was.
Me?
Hey, what's that?
This guy.
Well,
Mm.
it would appear that the ladies and gentlemen of the jury are once again in full agreement.
It would not, would
What
it?
is your position, Lord Van Zeeks?
Prostrate.
Standing.
My position is it's time for a break.
In truth, my lord, I feel these have been unnecessarily protracted proceedings. But then, one must always exercise patience in order to savour the best vintage.
What are you, Godot? Get out of here.
No, wait. The mystery of the fourth book still hasn't been. What the fuck?
Excuse me.
My thigh.
Oh
My
God.
fine line of my leg.
Good fucking lord. Before I was kind of joking about the whore thing, but now I'm
Oh
not.
my God.
You asked about my
Goddess.
position.
Is it bottom?
Lord,
Yeah.
sir.
Sir, please.
I mean, I have to say, occasionally I just do that because I can reach counters now.
Yeah.
With my leg.
You asked me
Oh,
about position.
Lord.
1 foot on the ground, 1 foot pointing towards. Oh, sorry, Rip.
No, sorry, it's fine.
Please continue. I'm quiet.
No, I was just gonna say I can't do this because my flexibility is awful, so I'd get halfway and then have to haul my leg up another inch.
I've been doing scary MMA stretches where you're forcibly stretched out, and now I've unlocked horrifying flexibility.
God.
So I can just
I'm-
fucking put a leg on a counter at any given time.
You never
Which is
know
a gift
when you might
and
need
a
to put a
curse.
leg on a counter. You never know.
Yeah, like in a court trial.
Yeah. Yeah. It's quite common.
Yeah, that was.
If books are your I should have read this first, hang on. Predilection. If books are your predilection, my learned friend, study them on your own time. Yeah, same. Yeah, same.
What? No, forgive the discourtesy this time?
Oh, goodness.
In that case, ladies and gentlemen of the jury, you will now see two individual decisions regarding the defendant's culpability for the court to hear.
Oh, God. Not again.
Guilty.
And then we shall go to another summation examination, and hopefully,
Oh, for
eventually,
sake.
It's
Pew,
been
pew,
like
pew, 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 pew.
seconds.
Well, that's us fucked. Let's go home. Do we get to gaslight the jury now, or are we done?
We have to gaslight the jury, I think.
thank you for that unambiguous response.
You're all fucking idiots.
That's twice now. It's over.
Well, it happened twice with McGuinness, so
Who is talking?
McGuinness, Magnus McGilded.
From the dead!
She's
I think it's
also.
Don't give up.
Yeah, I think it's you, Alex.
Okay. Mr. Naruhodo, don't give up!
Eh?
Oh, good.
Mrs.
Okay.
Hatter.
Have you forgotten? The battle isn't over yet.
You're not suggesting.
Of course. The defense has the right to another summation examination at this point.
Oh.
You could still... Oh, did I cut out?
Oh,
No.
no, sorry.
I thought I did.
Ignore Aaron.
I don't know what's going on with my connection. It keeps wavering. You could still convince the jurors to change their minds. You have one more chance. Don't fuck it up.
My lord, the defense has to exercise its right to a summation examination.
Everyone's like, no, not fucking again.
You believe you still have tricks up your sleeve?
I don't intend to trick anybody. I intend to uncover the truth.
Excellent.
This is no
point,
time to be
Ignaski.
downcast. As long as there's a chance, I like to stay strong and determined. Good man, Ripleyinpieces.
Yeah.
Fuck
Oh.
yeah.
2v.
Oh my god, of course it would
Oh.
then.
God,
Right
we
here.
were really close to the end. Cool.
Yeah, I'll
Right,
save.
well,
Safe up here. How
Well,
we
that's the end of
doing?
stream. Good night, guys. No.
I could keep going till 11 probably.
yeah,
can
I'd
keep
like
going.
to.
Yeah, let's call that.
I will absolutely have to go at 11 now. I am exhausted already, and I have to get up at 6:30. So
Don't worry,
Oh.
we
That's
can.
fine, we'll stop at 11.
Yeah, we'll call it at 11. No, don't worry.
Or if you need to stop earlier, just let us know.
thanks,
Mhm.
I'm sorry.
No, you're fine.
Jury sounds.
Jury's hands.
Well, actually, it's not even jury sounds because we have the jury. It's
Oh, yeah,
Gallery hands.
it's the gallery sounds. Yeah.
I have considered the defense counsel's request for a further summation examination of the jury, and I decline it. Everybody fuck off home, please. I need a cup of
save
tea.
point right before game over.
And I have determined that the court must uphold the defence's judicial right to this procedure, even though we've established that it's archaic and barbaric.
Barbaric.
I don't know, I just wanted to say that word in a Welsh accent. It sounds so good. Barbaric. Barbaric. So, counsel, you will now proceed with your second summation examination. Be warned, I won't allow you a third one. I presume the jury is ready, Mr. Foreman. Hey, is his name Mr. Foreman, or is he just a foreman of the jury?
His name's Fairplay, isn't it?
If his name is
Fairplay, that's it.
From
Fairplay.
even in case 3.
Bruce Fairplay, yes.
Very good. In that case, I must ask each of you now to state clearly and concise for the court the grounds on which you find the defendant guilty of this crime. Crime.
Pardon me.
Intentions.
Bum bum bum.
The accused left behind evidence at the scene, didn't he? Let's read books of his.
If there was some novel alternative explanation about how the victim was stabbed, I might reconsider.
Even if one was fired, books can't be related to this crime if the window was closed, can it?
Dear
I wasn't used from Birmingham, I forgot.
Dearie me, it was only a little book. Hardly life-threatening, even with a direct hit. Oh my god!
Jesus.
I just want to get this over with. If I don't bring home some pay tonight, I'll be in a tidy bit of trouble.
Okay. Hitting this guy. I want to know more about what happened.
Yeah?
Yeah, press immediately.
Considerably more tangible arguments from all members of the jury this time around, it seems.
All of them?
You and I
Are
have
you
very
sure?
different definitions of tangible.
Well, you can touch the books, can't you? You can touch fire. You can touch the hair on their heads. Yeah, with one.
Yes, they are certainly physically present in the room, Your Honour.
It's not my fault they don't have any hair, and I get a bit obsessed when we have jurors who do. With one notable exception, of course.
My learned student friend was unable to find fault in the previous witness testimony. So the court must accept the fact that it was indeed the accused seen fleeing from the scene. And moreover,
Oh god, not again.
no one else was even at the scene to commit the crime.
Well,
Alright, we're gonna need a mop, a phantom brush. Get a Hoover in here, please.
Yeah.
Sorry. I got distracted changing the name of a channel, and now I can't get out to see the stream. Well, if the eyewitnesses are correct, it would seem as if the conclusion is somewhat set in stone. But you know what happens when things set in stone? You just need a young lad with an army and some self-confidence to come, and he'll pull things out of that stone, and then you have a whole new world. One in which someone Welsh is finally king of the fucking Britons.
Listen, strange women lying around in ponds.
Your Honour, need I remind you, you're not Welsh. You just have a Welsh accent.
Excuse me? Are you suggesting that my existence is a lie? And everything I know about myself is a lie?
Along with your hair, yeah.
That's court mandated, that is.
Yeah, it is court mandated. We have gay little wigs in the UK.
Gay little
I frequently forget about the gay little wigs, and then I watch
Love
a
gay little
UK-based crime drama, and I'm like, oh shit, we have gay little wigs.
Oh damn.
That'd be great.
Oh damn, it's real.
Alex, were you going for strange women lying in ponds distributing swords? There's no basis.
I
for
was,
this
yeah, but
comment.
I forgot the quote halfway through.
I
and
was-
then I pushed it by something else.
I got it just from that, and I was delighted.
Yeah, so did I. You can't expect to wield supreme executive power just because some watery
Just because a watery tart threw a sword at you?
I mean, if I went around saying I was an emperor just because some moistened bint had lobbed a scimitar at me, they'd put me away.
Shut up! Will you shut up? Ah, now we see the violence inherent in the system. God, we need to stop. I can and will quote the whole scene. I can and will quote the whole film. Let's
Yes.
have a watch along at some point.
Yes, please. Please. I fail to see how it can be argued any other way. We must have a Monty Python and the Holy Grail watch.
That means, I'm afraid, that during this summation examination... Oh, yes. Sorry. It's essential that you establish some other tangible explanation for the facts.
But how? What would even constitute a tangible explanation here?
Isn't it obvious? Who stabbed the woman, and how? Those two details are all you need provide. Simply give us a name.
Why are you helping him?
Simply give us a name and a method by which the attack was conducted.
And here I was thinking this might be hard.
But Mr. Naruhodo, you have to do it. Otherwise this really will be where the trial ends.
Ugh, no pressure then.
None whatsoever.
That's quite enough preamble. Proceed with the summation examination, please. I presume you're prepared, Counsel?
Oh yes, my lord. Alright, Natrasca. Focus your mind now.
God,
Clearly.
I'm so fond of him.
Clearly, the key to the summation examination is going to be juror number 4, the maid. Or should I say, Mrs. Garrydeb.
You shouldn't! We have a book that disappeared from the Garrydeb's house on the evening of the incident. And the 4th book found in the victim's hand.
There must be a way to link the two.
I think that's where the game is making... So, yeah.
Yes, that's what we have to find. Using every technique I've learned in my short career so far. Whatever it takes.
Don't forget to keep an eye on Mrs. Garrydeb and how she reacts, even to the things other people say.
Hint, hint.
Hint, hint. Hint, fucking hint.
Oh, there he is!
He's down.
Time to do some pacing.
Look at that pretty boy. Look at that pretty boy.
Okay, immediately, I want to know more about the sneezing guy. Juror number 6. Press him.
Give me the sneezes.
Does that have anything to do with your decision about the defendant's culpability in this case?
Sorry, what's up? You know, blood.
Could you tell us more about that fire?
It was last winter. My grandchildren baked me a lovely cake for my birthday. It had 75 candles on the top of it. What a sight to behold it was.
Oh my gosh.
That is a fire hazard. Candles? On a cake? Was it some kind of devil worship?
Oh, the culture clash.
Of course not. It was an angel cake.
That's
It
tickle
was
me.
my birthday. obviously.
It seems that's a common custom here in Great Britain, Mr. Naruto.
Anyway, I was all my pop to blow about. Only I must have blown wrong, man. The flames didn't blow out, but candles went flying all over the room. Furniture caught, and everything went up. The whole place filled with smoke.
Definitely sounds like devil worship to me. And by the sneezes, I presume you mean a cold? But how did you catch a cold from a fire?
Why, fiasco it was. The grandchildren, bless them, threw water over me as they tried to put out the flame. And then, because the whole room had filled up with that smoke, of course, we had to open all the windows to clear it.
Oh, did you now?
Mm-hmm.
Shocking.
The windows.
I bet you went there and stared me like a double dust or gravy. Caught a terrible cold from it, but been hospital for a while. I won't get that birthday in a hurry.
I knew it was devil worship all along. But something about this old man's story is playing in my mind for some reason.
We need to demonstrate who, apart from Mr. Natsume, could have attacked the young woman on the street. As well as he or she could have done it.
Yes,
I
but
missed a
once
word
again,
in that
your
sentence.
statements are full of personal prejudice. A lot of them seem convinced they're right, even in the face of logical arguments to the contrary.
Welcome to Great Britain. I think you're going to need to pit them against each other to force them into that nation. We've already done this. I don't know why the game is explaining this again.
Yeah.
I don't necessarily need to find contradictions between their assertions. Just a connection might do the trick. Alright, I'll see what I can do. If anything stands out, I'll go in for a strike.
That's the oh god. I'm so sorry. That's
Good
the
lord.
spirit. Fuck it up, let's go!
Right. So, hang on. Did he change it, or is it the same?
There you go.
There you go.
I believe
yeah,
something
so
with the
You
windows,
have
didn't
to open windows to clear
So-
smoke. That's when the chill gets you see.
There we go. Yes.
Is it this one? Yeah,
Those
yeah.
two. Yes. Yeah,
It's
perfect.
these two again. It's these two last time.
I think
Yeah,
I
well,
think so. Maybe. Yeah.
bro.
It's my guys. It's both me guys.
These two
Indeed.
juror statements clearly contradict one another.
They do. How exactly, counsel? Don't point at me again. Don't point there. Don't point at me again. I told you it wasn't me. What's that you said? Speak up, lad. Speak up.
Juror number 3. Do you see?
Aye. What, me? See what's there?
Did you hear juror number 6's account of his birthday celebrations last year? It seems, despite being a Londoner, he once opened his windows in the middle of winter.
What? Yes, of course, because it was an emergency. I mean, obviously, if the room was filled with smoke from a fire, then you'd be mad not to open it.
Go on.
Oh my god.
Oh!
Exactly. On the day in question, at the time of the incident, there was a fire in the Gary Depp household. And Mr. Gary Deb had the following to say about it. The whole place filled with smoke.
Oh my.
Oh
Hello.
my.
Tea.
Oh my god.
He's drinking tea.
Oh,
Hang
wow.
on a second.
Wow.
Oh my god, that's...
How do I
going.
X?
Excuse me.
Giving Godot a run for his money.
Juror number 4. There's something to say about that.
Jordan,
Mrs. Gary Deb.
Oh, dearie me! What is the meaning of this? How dare you imply I'm hiding who I really am?
It's imperative that you confirm something for the court. So please, it's time to drop the pretense now.
What is it?
When the fire started in your house that day, did you or your husband open the window?
What? I beg your pardon? What are you in...
The room would have been thick with smoke after the carpet and bookcase caught fire as they did. In a situation like that, it's inconceivable that you wouldn't have opened the window.
And what if we...
Oh, you little bitch.
Did that come through?
No.
No.
Oh god, okay, I'm sorry. Oh, alright then. Yes, you're right. My husband was frantically trying to open the window. Which can't have been easy, since I continue to give him a justly deserved book battering.
Charges of domestic violence aside, even though your house was on fire?
That's a different trial. Oh! You never stop throwing until the anger subsides. It would be terribly bad for the nerves to do otherwise. That's basically Victorian science.
Of course. I should have realized.
That's a significant step forward, Mr. Naruhodo. You've managed to establish that the window was open.
Nice.
We simply must have that added to Mrs. Garadeb's formal statement.
Okay.
You done good. Well done.
Damn, I clean forgotten, but it's true.
I think was there.
Now you mention it, I'll clean forgotten, blah 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 blah.
There's
What
some
else have we
novel
got?
alternative explanation about how the victim was stabbed. Window could have been open. And the woman was
We've already
found
done
dead.
that.
Yes, window is open. Get this over with.
Maybe we should do 5 then.
What? Give him a press.
Yeah.
See
See
if we
what
can get
else to
something
say.
relevant to the case from him.
Pardon me.
You just want to get this over with?
Man's life is
The man's life
Sit there and say something like that. There's a fake here.
Nicely done.
Renesque being
Already,
gently
like,
mocked.
Well, you and me both then, like I said before.
What?
I told you already. I'm a day labourer, ain't I? Aren't I? If I don't bring home some goodies and me tonight, you'll find me floating face down in the Thames tomorrow morning.
God,
Wow.
You
what's
heard
going on
me.
with these people?
My missus isn't one to mess about, you know. She can be fierce,
Don't-
believe you me.
Wow.
We have
So
some
much domestic
domestic
violence.
Another shining example of marital bliss, then.
Situation like this cropped up the other day. It was, well, you know, it's funny, but I can't quite remember.
Sorry.
It was too frightening, that's the thing. Must have blocked it out.
Oh, full.
I wonder if Mr. Beale will ever be dragged into the Thames by his scarf. Oh, Mr. Beat, sorry.
Mr. B.
Yeah, sorry. Oops.
Don't even go there, Mr. Vito. There must be some way to jog his memory about this.
Some way to jog his memory. Should we give someone else press, maybe?
I mean, I guess, yeah.
Just go through, maybe. Maybe this one. Don't know. Oh, why not? What's the worst that can happen?
I mean, I guess we can do Juror 4's new statement, because, you know, she's added to it. Pardon me.
So, you might be willing to change your decision, you mean?
Oh my! Such delight on your face, but I'm afraid I shan't be swayed by emotion. Despite what you may think of me, I'm a very modern, metropolitan and rational woman.
That's great.
If one reads the morning papers, it's all forgotten by tea time, isn't it? So why read them in the first place? You see? Modern, metropolitan, and rational thinking, wouldn't you say?
Almost a bit too modern. And not at all extreme.
As I see it, an overwhelmingly suspicious Japanese man has been implicated by an overwhelmingly strong testimony. So despite one or two minor puzzlements, I do declare that the man is overwhelmingly guilty. Modern, metropolitan, and rational logic, wouldn't you say?
No.
Overwhelmingly.
Like, not in the slightest.
But us modern gals are always delighted to embrace new fads, you know? I thought we'd finished.
Yeah.
So I'd be only too happy to consider an exciting new theory if you could come up with one.
I'd be happy to do that too. If only I could.
Let's do our best not to disappoint the modern and metropolitan young lady.
Right. I'm glad you want me to be rational there.
I like that bit. Press who did you say, Alex? Joan?
Oh, yeah, Joan, because she's added to a statement now.
The window was open.
Yeah.
The fourth book found at the scene of the crime shows very obvious signs of fire damage. And the title of the book is The Lion's Pride. The same title, in fact, as the book that Mr. Garrideb told us he had been reading.
Well, I really couldn't say.
On the day in question, did you or did you not throw at your husband the copy of The Lion's Pride that he had been reading?
Oh, I did.
Ah,
It was the first thing I could lay my hands on, so I hurled it straight at him. And now you come to mention it, yes. He was rather enjoying reading it, you're right.
why did you not reveal this information to the court from the outset?
Oh my god. Because I couldn't, you insolent little man. I didn't remember. At times like that, you pick up and throw whatever you can lay your hands on, as you well know.
Please stop abusing your husband.
Yeah. It's grim.
I really don't.
Oh, I barely noticed I was throwing a book. Ooh, hello.
Ooh.
Much less the title of it.
Hello.
That's a great expression.
He seems so concerned.
Excuse me.
Excuse me.
What is it, you're number 5?
Oh. You know something? I've remembered what it was. That memory I'd blocked out.
Ah,
It was my wife drawing books with me.
I was listening to what this granny was saying, brought it all flooding back.
Granny.
Who are you calling Granny, you cheeky devil? I'm Mrs. Garrideb, the maid, I'll have you know.
So both.
Or
The man doesn't even flinch. Please tell me that's not because he's so used to being hit all the time.
Jesus.
Oh my god, yikes.
It was about 2 weeks ago now. I just got back home after work, like. I put my hand in my pocket for the wages I'd just earned that day. I nearly died. There was a hole. Every last penny had dropped out.
Oh no.
Oh dear. What a disaster.
You haven't heard the half of it, boy.
Oh.
The wife was cutting up some chicken at the time. Oh god. I could hardly get the words out, but I told her straight. I've lost the day's wages, love. Next thing I knew, the blade was whistling past my ear. Stuck to the wall next to me, it did. About an inch deep.
Bloody hell!
Hmm.
Oh, good lord.
Abusive.
Oh, good lord.
No words. Just terror. And also an idea.
I could smell it then, you know. That god-awful stench of the Thames. I was sure I was going to end up face down in the muddy banks that night, I can tell you.
Good fucking lord.
Now, it's a real disaster, isn't it?
I'll never use the word lightly again.
Oh. Anyway, the point I'm trying to make is this. When women lose their rag, they'll throw anything at you. Knives, ratchets, hammers, you name it.
Oh, really now?
Sorry. I just had a supercut of all of these Susato chocolates then. Mr. Naruhodo, you mustn't think that all women are so short-tempered and unrefined.
I don't throw things at
I'll
people.
cut you.
I throw people.
No, I wasn't thinking that. Just
I was gonna say, this
in
would-
particular.
Throwing household objects at people is, well, it's so uncivilized, as Obi-Wan Kenobi would put it.
So uncivilized.
So uncivilized. At least attack with honor, using a bow or the like.
At least shoot an arrow at your husband.
What? Attack? Who are you going to attack?
Pansies.
My future husband.
Never mind. Anyway, this man's words could be rather significant, I think.
Alright, we'll come back to the bow and arrow thing later. If I dare.
Okay, so
Hit
we
this
got it
against number 1 immediately.
against number 1.
Oh,
Was it number 1 or number 2?
This one.
No, sorry,
One.
number 2.
I mean,
Yes,
if Joan
yes, I-
threw the knife at her husband and it hit the window and it fell.
The book,
It's
you
a woman. Jesus.
I said it as a joke earlier, but oh my god.
Objection.
Oh, it worked.
Those two statements clearly have a deeply significant connection. Fucking pose.
Good grief, you don't mean they... You mean they don't contradict each other? Explain, counsel, at once.
Juror number 2. Do you think perhaps that this could be one such novel alternative?
Oh my, whatever do you mean?
An alternative explanation as to how the victim was stabbed in the back.
What are you talking about?
We've demonstrated that the fourth book, The Lion's Pride, that was found at the scene of the crime, originated in Mr. Gary Debb's room on the top floor of his house. Therefore, it's equally possible that some other object besides the book could have found its way from the Gary Depp household to the street below.
What's that now?
But the
After
actual
all,
murder is
Gary
Mrs.
Depp
Gary Depp.
has thrown any number of different objects at her husband.
It's manslaughter, isn't it?
Isn't that right?
Well, she's not dead, so it's-
Four?
Oh, you're right. Yeah,
Like,
it's grievous bodily harm. What are you insinuating now? You little beanpole.
Oh dear.
Well, at least it wasn't
At least it
racist.
wasn't racist.
Pineapple.
I'm beginning to think that ever since the true origins of this book came to light, perhaps she's had a feeling this might be what happened.
Pineapple.
Jesus God.
Jesus Christ.
Now you listen here, you Eastern Galah. As the foreman of this jury, I demand a straight answer.
And as a foreman of this dick, fuck you.
Yes, the forward of D's nuts.
These nuts.
You give us this yarn about some other object making its way out of the house. But what? What was it?
Present the
Oh,
knife.
Perhaps
boy.
a knife?
I'm really taking a big gamble here. That was a bold accusation to make, but I haven't any real evidence to back it up. But I'm certain that at the very least, this warrants further investigation. Alright, Mr. Foreman. I'll try to explain the defense's theory. The other
I think you can just say my theory.
Household to the scene of the crime was
The jackknife.
The jackknife.
Take this knife.
Do you take this knife
You
to
lawfully
be
wedded
your
man.
lawfully wedded
Wedded knife.
Juror number 4, Mrs. Garrideb.
What? What now?
I'm talking shit
I
about
must
you.
apologize in advance for this. But I need you to confirm something else for the court.
That you are an abusive wife and please stop hitting her husband.
This knife. Have you ever seen this knife before?
Oh,
It's my own kitchen knife. I was chopping onions with it just the other day. Good grief. So, what on earth are you doing?
oh my god.
That's the
Your Honor.
weapon that was lodged in the victim's back, man.
Gallery sounds.
Gallery sounds.
My lord, remember that when the victim was attacked, Mr. and Mrs. Garrideb were in the throes of an argument. Mrs. Garrideb was hurling anything she could at her husband, who had been backed up against the window. A window that had been opened to clear the smoke, and through which a book sailed to land at the crime scene. You can't seriously believe that. The book was found in the victim's grasp.
I mean, it is quite astonishing, but seriously. Are you saying they flew? No. Are you saying that? No, I can't do it. I can't do it. I'm not from Birmingham. Are you saying that it flew out of the window and across the street, just got across the street to land neatly in her hand?
Even my missus hasn't got an aim like that.
She wasn't
Yes, I
aiming, was
admit.
she? The point.
Yes, I admit there are many details we don't yet understand. But that's the point. That's precisely why we must not allow this trial to end. Not right now.
Oh my!
Mrs. Garrideb, your answer, please. Have you seen this knife before or not?
Oh! Oh, she's dead.
Jesus.
Oh. Well.
Oh Jesus! Okay, we killed someone.
I'm guessing that's Van Zeek's.
Hmm. Oh.
Oh, no, never mind. My lord, I wish to change my decision. I'm a woman of my word, after all.
Thank you, madam. Yes, I agree.
Oh my god.
I certainly didn't see this coming, but I just don't think it would be right for this trial to come to an end now with so many unanswered questions. Mr. Foreman.
I'd have to agree. Not that I think the granny did it, mind.
You know what? I'm not happy about this. No, that's Welsh.
Hmm.
You know what? I'm not happy about this.
Just channel Cillian Murphy.
I mean, I'm
Get
trying
in
to
the
channel my
grave.
dad. I'm trying to channel my dad. And all my Brummy family. They'd all be ashamed of me. Spent too much time in the south. Disgusting. You know what? I'm not happy about this at the moment either.
All together now, ladies and gents.
She's just not there. She's unconscious.
Nice, we did it. We did it, lads. Well done.
We
knocked out the abuser.
Oh, congratulations. Congratulations, Mr. Naruhodo.
So, as a result of the defense's summation examination, a number of jurors' leanings have changed. This is very good. It's right on time for Ripley to go to bed.
It really is. I'm counting down.
I'm looking at the time.
Van Zeeks to say some bullshit.
2 jurors called guilty against 4 now calling innocent. Accordingly, the opinion of this court is divided. And this trial will continue.
Next time.
Woohoo! Next time.
Nice.
Very nice. Very
Brilliant.
Nice work, gang.
Yeah, well done, us.
Very neat.
We have successfully manipulated the jury into giving us more time on this case.
Very, very nice work. Yeah, that was fun, as always.
Yeah, it was great.
Yeah. So we did pretty well. That was actually on time.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was very, very serendipitous.
Yeah, it was great.
Yeah.
Thank you guys. I'm sorry. Hopefully, I'll get back to normal soon.
It's alright.
It's okay.
It's good. It's all good. I mean,
It's
realistically, we should probably all be asleep at about 11 o'clock.
Yeah.
Realistically.
I
I'll
mean,
be
none of you have to be awake for 6:30 in the morning.
Yeah.
Tomorrow I
Yeah.
do, because I am looking after my nieces and my niece, and she wakes up at 6:30.
Oh no.
The joys
How old
of-
is she?
5.
Oh yeah, that checks out.
Mhm.
Fortunately, the 1-year-old will be at
awake,
nursery.
so I'm awake.
Correct.
Alright.
This is another reason
Exactly.
I'm never having kids.
It's fine.
Good night, lads.
Yeah.
Sleep well, Rick.
Good night, everyone. That was a lot of fun, and
Yeah,
catch
I enjoyed
you
myself.
next week.
Yes,
we
catch
should-
you there.
Yeah. All right.
Same bat time, same bat channel.
Channel.
All right. Yeah. All
Oh,
right. See you then, and we'll
All right,
hopefully
night.
maybe finish this trial. Who knows?
Yay.
ooh, exciting.
Nice.
All right.
Guys, bye.
Bye, guys. Bye.
Alright,
Bye
night.
bye.
Good night.
Good night.